Turnitin reports are wonderful to use. They are also incredibly intimidating when I first open them. I've been making this video and it makes me nervous, and I'm not even writing anything. I want to go over it with you and show you how I use Turnitin reports for this course. Remember, the formula for writing research papers is a sentence in your own words that makes a claim. Next sentence, a document or sentences, documented facts that prove your claim. The next sentence, what did that prove in your own words, and where do we move forward with that? And then rinse and repeat. Let me show you an example. I am making a claim here in my own words. Woodstock 1969 was a festival that made a global statement about a generation of teenagers, children of the silent generations, who were now questioning the authoritarian world around them. Okay, there's a lot of things to prove in there, aren't there? I've made a big statement and I need to prove it with evidence. So let's find some proof. I'm looking and typing the question into Google and I'm looking at some option. Here's an awesome essay. Let's use this. I open that website and of course I copy this and paste that into my EasyBib so that now I know where the source material originated and I can quote from this. All I need from this article is information about how many people attended that festival, because that's the claim that I just made in my statement. So I see this information, a gorgeous graph, and I see that 4 million people were involved in Woodstock. Now here's my fact. Over 4 million people were involved with the creation and attendance of the original Woodstock. Now Turnitin is going to highlight that, isn't it? Because it's a fact, and Turnitin is taxed with finding facts and highlighting them. So if I saw that highlighted on a Turnitin report like this, I would know that I just needed to check this and say, oh, that's right. I've got to put the citation right there. Let's do that. I'll be right back. Okay, so you see how I used that Turnitin report? I saw that it flagged this sentence, and then I was able to go ahead and add the citation. Remember, the period goes on the outside, so it's all wrapped up like a nice, tidy little package with a little period to end that right there. Do you see that? Now, let's look at a Turnitin report that you might see. I am going to be looking for this number under the AI checker. If I click this, AI will provide a report that shows where the original content was created. Not content that you wrote that was checked for grammar through Grammarly or some other app, but this is going to tell me where original content, that's the number that we want to see. Well, we don't want to see it, but if I saw it, then I would click on that. So if you open an Turnitin report and you see all kinds of color coding, there's nothing to panic about. There's just simply a moment to check that and say, oh, gee, that was a quote from something. I need to make sure I put a citation there. This match overview number doesn't tell me much. It just makes sure that there's a percentage that shows that you conducted research, because 28% of the content of your essay really should be quotes, shouldn't it? Since we are relying on those quotes to create a foundation for the essay. But here's something interesting that might happen. You might see this, so I'm just going to make sure I point this out. Let's say you submit your paper and then you wake up at 3 a.m. like I always do, and you go, oh my gosh, I forgot to put the word count. So you go to your computer, you open up the document, you add your word count, then you go back in and you submit it again through the assignment submit here page. Now Turnitin has 2 copies of your paper. And sometimes that will show up as like 96% or something up here. And I know what that means. I can see how many times you submitted the paper, and I know it's just marking down this content was created before. That's right, it was created before by you. If it was created before by somebody else, then Turnitin would show me that information. But I don't worry about this. The only thing I'm looking for in Turnitin is this AI situation, only to bring attention to us. And if it's not true, if it wasn't accurate, then you and I can meet up during office hours and you can share that with me. There are a million places on YouTube where people have come up with all kinds of ways to beat the AI checker, how to get around the AI checker, how to disable the AI checker. The time it takes you to read those and watch those videos, you could create this assignment and be your brilliant self. Have I ever seen a case where a student says, fine, I'll just copy and paste and make sure there's a citation, and then I won't have a problem because I've cited everything? You will have a problem because that is an overuse of citation, and that is another form of not meeting the prompt. I want your ideas that you back up with facts. And I have had students in the past who simply copied and pasted material, made sure they added a citation, made sure they included a work cited, and submitted that as their work. The prompt shows specific instructions for how the assignment was to be completed. Creating chunks of copied content with a citation does not fulfill the prompt. At the end of the day, the point of the exercise is for you to embrace your brilliance and make your own statements and follow your statements up with proving evidence that you've found. So I hope you will enjoy the assignments. Remember, I know you. I know how you think. I'm on this journey with you. I'm here to prove to you that you are brilliant. Overusing facts, overusing AI technology does not promote your brilliance. So let's move forward, have a great attitude about this, and move on.